Like, what made you put hands on Drake?
I did not put hands on Drake.
Don't nobody with Drake. Drake is a slimy nigga. He make great music, but Drake is the type of nigga who he can have any bitch in the club. Any bitch. They can all be 12. But you walk in with one, he won't.
Drake kind of seen some activity and, you know, shit. He did what a motherfucker you supposed to do. He got out of there. So we sent somebody to get him. Bro, it's cool. That ain't for you. That's for us. Now, you know, we seen going on. But, you know, we moving blocks. We're not just going to hit the block without the block being right. So we had to make sure the homies, you know, went and cleared the block.
Katt Williams wasn't just stirring the pot, he was calling out real issues. One by one, rappers are being brought into the spotlight, and now Drake's name has been tied to the Diddy tapes. And it's not just a casual mention, Drake's voice can be clearly heard in those recordings. It sounds intense, but when you look back at everything that's been coming out since 2014, it's really not all that surprising anymore. This Diddy trial is exposing deep cracks in the music industry, and all the questionable stories we've heard over the years are suddenly starting to make sense like pieces of a much bigger puzzle.
Like, what made you put hands on Drake?
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is, right now, that's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work. I didn't do nothing to Drake.
Let's go back to the early morning hours of December 8th, 2014, right after the VMAs. There was an after party, and things between Diddy and Drake escalated. According to several reports, Diddy allegedly confronted Drake outside the club and things got physical, seriously physical. Some accounts even say Drake had to go to the emergency room afterward. Diddy tried to downplay the incident later, going live and claiming, "I didn't touch him." But let's face it, plenty of witnesses and media outlets confirmed the opposite. Despite his denial, Diddy did, in fact, get physical with Drake, according to those who were there. Even 50 Cent chimed in, mocking Diddy, saying he wouldn't recognize a hit even if it hit him in the face. So what kicked off all this drama? That 0 to 100 beat. Diddy believed that beat should have been his, but Drake heard it, remixed it, and dropped a hit. That move hit a nerve with Diddy. He was furious. What happened that night in Miami was Diddy losing control out in the open. But don't think that was the worst of it. That moment was just the tip of the iceberg. Behind closed doors, things were getting a lot darker.
And then Puff, that's what Puff was pulling me down the door. But Puff can't even hear him. See, I know he couldn't.
Puff can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy.
He still hear things from back then, that time.
Oh, got you now.
Right.
Okay, got you.
He can't buy the right. He can't. You play it for him right now, and it's hot. He can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake. When you hit Drake, because he used the beat that he didn't actually use.
0 to 100.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So if he heard it, and then he heard Drake use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on it. And he's upset about that because he can't hear it, but he felt like he took something from him.
By August 2015, Diddy showed up on The Breakfast Club, acting calm and saying, "It's all love, no beef." But meanwhile, on the streets of Los Angeles, there were rumors that Diddy had put money on Drake's head. The word was anyone who caught Drake off guard could cash in. There wasn't any official documentation, but people in the city knew what was happening. That's when the atmosphere shifted suddenly. People were acting differently. Sources in law said phones were constantly ringing with Drake's location. People were keeping tabs like it was open season. That's when Drake made a smart move. He teamed up with The Game, someone with real influence on the streets and who knew how to navigate risky situations. Drake wasn't naive. If Diddy had pull-in-law, he needed someone with equal footing. And The Game didn't stay silent. He confirmed it in a subtle but clear way. He said people contacted him, asking him to set Drake up. But instead of turning against him, The Game stepped in to protect Drake.
Y'all better not come to my studio with that fake shit. Y'all better not come to my funeral with that fake shit. Y'all better.
But in the streets, nothing comes without a price, and The Game made that clear. So what did Drake do? He handed over the 100 track. They even filmed the video right there in Compton. This wasn't about building street credibility, it was strictly about staying safe. If you really pay attention to the lyrics in 100, Game lays everything out. He didn't sugarcoat a thing. He rapped, "Ninjas called me to set you up, want me to come and wit you up, cause you out of town too." Like Biggie. Then heard about the ish Diddy on, so I came through to vest you up. That wasn't just a verse, it was a message. The streets were already buzzing, and now the music was echoing the same story. Even with Game providing backup, Drake wasn't at ease during the shoot for 100. Whack 100 later explained that Drake saw unfamiliar faces on set, panicked, and jumped into a van, ready to leave the scene. The twist? Those people were actually there for his security. But Drake wasn't willing to take any chances. He didn't trust the situation. Whack had to chase him down, calm him, and explain everything before filming could continue. That's how tense and uncertain things had gotten.
And Drake comes to Compton to shoot the video.
100. He shot it on Brazil and Wilmington.
What all happened during that video? What was that?
He pulled up, Drake gave us love, done and cleared it for me, didn't charge me. Drake didn't charge for the verse. Drake actually brought his film crew to film it for us. That's what he wanted to do. We was on the famous Brazil and Wilmington shooting it. We had to move blocks. You know, when we move blocks, we send the little homies to do what they need to do. Drake kind of seen some activity and, you know, shit. He did what a motherfucker you supposed to do. He got out of there. So we sent somebody to get him. Bro, it's cool. That ain't for you. That's for us. Now, you know, we seen going on. But, you know, we moving blocks. We're not just going to hit the block without the block being right. So we had to make sure the homies, you know, when they cleared the block.
Jump to the present, Diddy is now in court, facing serious federal charges. But things took a surprising turn when Cassie gave her testimony. During redirect, the prosecutors asked a direct question: what triggered Diddy's violent outbursts? Cassie didn't hesitate. She looked the jury in the eye and said one word: Drake. She explained that anytime Drake's name was mentioned, Diddy would instantly lose control. He'd start pacing, shouting, throwing things. It was like flipping a switch. Prosecutors leaned in and the entire courtroom froze. According to Cassie, Diddy wasn't just upset about music competition, it was personal. She said he felt Drake had disrespected him by working with people he considered enemies and using a beat Diddy thought was his. He felt betrayed. He even claimed Drake owed him everything, and that 0 to 100 track. Cassie said Diddy would replay it over and over at home, muttering curses under his breath and downing drinks. She called it trigger music. That's how much it got to him. But it didn't end there. Cassie testified that Diddy would make threatening comments. She said he told her that if he ever saw Drake again, it was going to be immediate no. Conversation, just action. What really stunned the courtroom was what came next. Cassie said the whole situation escalated because she was planning to attend Ovo Fest, Drake's music festival. She told the court, "Sean came to my home and tried to attack me, and despite that, she still flew to Toronto and went to the festival." After all the drama, she got on that plane and showed up anyway. The courtroom fell completely silent. If that's not a motive, what is?
So Cassie, she said Diddy whooped her ass. He found out she was going to OVO Fest. So this is apparently some insight into the real reason why Diddy don't with Drake.
Don't nobody with Drake. Drake is a slimy nigga. He make great music, but Drake is the type of nigga who he can have any bitch in the club. Any bitch. They can all be 12. But you walk in with one, he won't.
Diddy was angry. He felt like Drake was moving in on Cassie, and it wasn't just insecurity talking. There were signs pointing to something deeper. During the trial, an old 2013 rumor resurfaced, suggesting Drake may have signed Cassie to his OVO label. Whether it was ever official or not, in Diddy's eyes, that move was a direct challenge. Adding to the tension, a tweet from Lil Duval began trending again. He wrote, "Back then I heard Diddy swung on Drake in Miami for saying hello to Cassie. At the time, people joked about it, but now it's making more sense." Drake, for his part, had been leaving subtle clues all along. On 4 p.m. in Calabasas, he hinted at everything. His lyrics were coded, but in hindsight, the message is clearer. On that track, Drake rap lines like, "All you self-promoters are janky and they trying to tempt me. The higher I get, the less they accept me even. The odds try to press me off." Then he followed it with, take that, clearly mocking Diddy's iconic catchphrase. That wasn't just playful, it was a direct jab. He even flipped Diddy's No Way Out legacy album with lines like "no love in their heart." So they faked that. At the time, it seemed cryptic. Now, in light of Cassie's testimony, the meaning lands differently. Drake even seemed to allude to abuse with the line, "That man is not a man for you scared of letting your skeletons loose." That suggests Cassie may have shared her story with Drake long before it reached a courtroom. And this brings us back to Katt Williams. Remember, he warned that both rappers and executives were tied to the Diddy tapes not just mentioned, but allegedly heard screaming. Whether it's from wild parties, phone conversations, or more serious situations, Katt's warning doesn't sound so far-fetched now. Things are beginning to align a little to well. And if Drake's voice really is on those tapes like some are claiming, it raises serious questions. Was he just a bystander? Was he unknowingly caught in something bigger? Or was his involvement more direct? Either way, this story has been brewing for years, and now it's finally coming to light. Reporters, court insiders, and major media platforms are all paying close attention. While the tapes remain sealed for now, sources say they could be released after the trial concludes, and if even part of what's been suggested turns out to be accurate, this goes far beyond industry feuds or musical rivalries. This could be something major, something that might shake up the entire industry. Online reactions have been intense. One person commented, "If Diddy's bold enough to go after celebrities like Drake, imagine what he's done to people without fame or protection." Another added, "Diddy putting hands on both Drake and Cassie, he's a menace across the board." Sim. So now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Katt Williams is genuinely revealing the darker side of the industry? Or is this just another viral Hollywood controversy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And don't go anywhere, watch the next video on screen. It gets even more surprising. See you there.